Hi everyone, today we want to learn about comparative adjectives. Comparative adjectives. So, what are comparative adjectives? When we want to compare two things, for example, A and B, we want to compare. We use comparative adjectives. Okay? We want to compare. Compare two things about beauty or size or price or something like that. Okay, so we use comparative adjectives. And there are some rules for forming comparative adjectives that we are going to study the rules. Okay, I also will tell you some examples from Disney animations, right? So we can learn comparative adjectives better. All right, so rule number one. Rule one. It's about short adjectives. For short adjectives, we add adjectives and then add er and then add than. Okay, this is for short adjectives. For example, tall. What does mean short adjective? Short adjective, it means it has only one syllable. Tall, it has only one syllable, so it becomes taller than. Another example, small. Small is a short adjective, it has only one syllable, so it becomes smaller than. Fast, it has only one syllable, it's a short adjective, it becomes faster than. Let's see some examples. Example, I have two persons. This one is Elsa and this one is Anna. I want to ask you, who is taller? I'm sure you know. Of course, Elsa is taller than Anna. So I write like this. Elsa is taller than. We want to compare. That's why we use comparative adjectives. We want to compare the height between Anna and Elsa. So I say Elsa is taller than Anna. Right? So this is an example. Another example. I want to draw two dresses. This one is Cinderella's dress. Cinderella's dress. And this one is Belle's dress. Just an example, okay? So which one is bigger? I say Bell's dress is bigger than Cinderella's. So I compare the size of dress. Okay. All right. So rule number 1, it was about short adjectives, that we add er at the end of the adjective plus than. But there are some exceptions. I will tell you the exception. Exceptions. Adjectives ending in y. Okay, there are exceptions. So you must change y, you must change it to I, and then add er and then plus than. Okay, for example, happy. Can you see happy ends with y? You must change it to I, so it becomes happier than. You see that y changed to I. That's how we write it. Okay. Or for example, easy. You can see that at the end of the adjective is y. It must change to I. It becomes easier than. I will tell you an example. I have 2 person. What color should I use? I will use this color. All right. I have 2 person. This one is Rapunzel. And this one is Snow White. Do you think who is happier? Do you think who is happier? I think, in my opinion, both of them are happy, but I think Snow White is happier. So that's what I think. So I write the example as this. I say Snow White is happier. You can see that y changes to I, happier than Rapunzel. Snow White is happier than Rapunzel. All right. So we are done with short adjectives. Short adjectives, they have 1 syllable. Now let's study rule number 2. For long adjectives, what does mean long adjectives? It means more than 1 syllable. Okay, more than 1 syllable. You must use more, or we use less, plus adjective plus than. For example, beautiful. You can see that beautiful is a long adjective. Okay, it's more than 1 syllable. So We don't say beautifuler than, we say more beautiful than, more beautiful than. More beautiful than, okay? Or expensive. We don't say expensiver than, no, we say more expensive than. For example, I write an example for you. Example. Ariel and another person, Moana. I want to compare the beauty. I want to know who is more beautiful. Okay? What's your idea? What's your opinion? Do you think who is more beautiful? Ariel is more beautiful. You're right. So I write like this. Ariel is more beautiful than Moana. So we are comparing the beauty. We are comparing two different qualities, right? We are comparing the same quality between two different people. Okay? So we are comparing the beauty between two different people, Ariel and Moana. That's why we use comparative adjective. And beautiful, it's a long adjective. It's not a short adjective. That's why we use more. We cannot say beautifuler than. We say more beautiful than. So Ariel is more beautiful than Moana. Okay. Do you want another example from Disney? Of course, I'm sure you want. So I will draw for you. This one is dress. This one is dress too. All right. So this one is Elsa's dress. So this is new example. How about this one? This one is Cinderella's dress. Cinderella's dress. I want to know which one is more expensive. What do you think? In my opinion, I think Elsa's dress is more expensive. Do you know why? Because Elsa's dress is made of ice, okay? And it's very beautiful, right? And it's very special. That's why Elsa's dress is more expensive than Cinderella's dress. So I write for you. I say Elsa's dress is more expensive. So expensive is a long adjective. We cannot say expensiver. No, we say more expensive. Okay, because it's a long adjective. Elsa's dress is more expensive than Cinderella's dress. All right. Elsa's dress is more expensive than Cinderella's dress. Great. And now we want to learn about some exceptions. Exceptions. Exceptions about irregular comparatives. Irregular comparatives. For example, good. Irregular comparatives, they change when we want to make comparatives. So we don't add er at the end, or we don't add more before the adjective, but the adjective completely it changes. So good changes to better than, better than. So good changes to better, better than. Bad changes to worse, worse than. And far changes to further than, right? Or farther than. All right. So this was the lesson for today. Today we learned about comparative adjectives to compare two different things, right? To compare two people, or compare two places, or to compare two things. Okay. So next session, in the next lesson, I will explain about superlative adjectives. So today we learned about comparative adjectives, and in the next lesson we will learn about superlative adjectives. Thank you so much for watching this video. Share this video with your friends.